Martin Haye will be doing boot tracing, a fun method for deprotecting games. Thanks, Mark.
So I'm Martin Haye, and I showed up to KansasFest this year without a new programming tool. And that's unusual Sorry, I showed up without a new programming tool this year. But that's because I've been working on this other project, and I'm going to spend a couple minutes telling you about that, so that you hopefully will see that I don't suck. I got drafted into a group with some other people, and we're working on a new RPG, kind of like Bard's Tale and Ultima for the Apple II. Yay! I'm going to show you some, it's early days, so I'm going to show you some bits and pieces of that project. This is kind of a sample screen outline. I haven't ported this yet to the Apple II, and you're like, sure, it looks like Apple II graphics. How did that happen? Well, so the project's led by Seth Sternberger of 8-Bit Weapon fame. He's the chip band guy. And there's another guy in the project, Brendan Robert, who's in Texas. I've never worked on a geographically dispersed project before, so it's fun. Anyway, Brendan has written this awesome editor in Java, but it knows everything about Apple II graphics. So if you set multiple bits, you get white. It even knows about, so if I go and so I just created a tile for an Ultima style map, and then I can make a map out of that tile. You make a map really quick. And then if you hit preview, this shows us, this is simulating all of those crazy NTSC artifacts. Brendan spent hours with a magnifying glass next to an Apple II and a television set. So the awesome thing is you can quickly design graphics for the Apple II. You know, and it saves to an XML format, so you can just read the output, convert it to anything you need to. It's a beautiful tool. And you know, you can also create whole screen images, which is how that Lawless Legends screen was created. It knows about, you know, all the weird dither patterns and straws on the big. You know, so you can do this kind of stuff, and then he just added this feature today. Let's copy a picture of Ken. Paste it in.
Can you give him a handlebar mustache?
So this is, there's 10 passes, it'll take a little while. This is dithering the graphics to whatever mode you're in. He's almost got support for double high-res done, but this is just standard high-res. And this is the only dithering algorithm I know of that knows about the weird NTSC artifacts, and if it can take advantage of a brown pixel by changing the high bit, it will, which is kind of awesome. So Brendan's really been going great guns with this thing in Java Master. The last thing I'm going to show you is, I'm not going to let it get all the way to past 10. Code I've been working on very recently. Dave Schwenk demonstrated that you could do ray casting in real time on Apple II in low res. I thought, well, we need to do that in high res. I don't have the ray casting part working. What you're going to see, the math has been pre-calculated using JavaScript actually, but the rendering is all done in real time. So this week at KansasFest, I hope to write a ray caster. Who knows if that's even possible? And then later hook it up. Anyway, so I'm just going to show you the rendering part. This is a little town. Seth made these textures, and these are being scaled in real time. The textures are mapped, so as you're farther away, the resolution reduces. And that's all I have to show you with Lawless Legends. So that's pretty good. So they're looking for more people. They're looking for, people with coding experience. Anybody who's good at a C64, they want a C64 version at the same time. And the graphics editor is going to support that. If you're good at art and you don't mind fighting with Apple II graphics, in fact, if you like fighting with Apple II graphics, that's a good thing. The engine for the game is going to be open source. The assets for the game are going to be closed source, so that they can maybe sell it eventually on iOS or whatever. So now I'm going to switch back to the real topic of today.